Welcome to your weekly tea leaf reading here with Red Earth Goddess. This is for the week of July 10 to the 16th of 2016. Exciting. It's raining outside. I was gonna head out to the forest and give you the lovely tea leaf reading. But I'm indoors until I decide to get out because I have somewhere to go. Lighting here, we have a blue candle symbolizing the throat chakra to speak up for your needs and wants for this week, as well as to work with your intuitive, empathic, inner feminine, internalizing nature. Okay, so a lot of times, as always, I always say, whatever happens externally, a lot of times people worry, people take things for things that are not really what they are, things are assumed, people take, they grasp something and they completely understand it in a different way, in a different concept. And the way I see it and the way I look at it is, who cares who's talking about you? Who cares who's judging you? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? It's your life. You're here to live it the way you want to live it. You're here to be who you are meant to be. And, you are going to come across people that do talk, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because the more they talk about you, it's a good thing. It means you're doing something good because you're being noticed, okay? For me to even bring this up, obviously I'm picking up something for somebody that's watching me right now on this video. So, the way I do my intuitive readings or anything that's intuitive that comes out of my mouth is usually for people that are watching my YouTube channel, because that is the intention that is set through, and that's how I work with my intuition, okay? So that's the way to start it off. On top of that, I'm under construction, people. I don't know, I'm just trying to make you guys laugh. So, it looks like for this week, I am seeing, speaking of construction, I'm seeing changes that involve home, okay? There's people that are doing renovations in their home right now, and I feel like there's certain colors people are kind of finding out what suits them, what doesn't suit the house. Right now, depending on where you live, but the colors that are very much sought after are like taupe, sometimes even like a shade of pink. Like this is pink, but it's not really pink, it's like a taupey. Okay, so there's like an earthly brown, but it's not so much of like dark rich colors. It's more like silvers and grays, but they're more subtle. They're more like on the taupe base. A lot of beiges were more like beige, and like that, champagne color were more so like five years ago. But now it's more of like that grayish, silvery taupe, or even earth-based taupe colors, even white, okay? But if you're looking for something a little bit more color, like, for example, I have here my wall. This wall, I did it myself. I painted it myself. There's like base in here, which was like a pink, and then you gotta keep putting on the shades, because the darker you go, the more layers you gotta put in. So it's like this with everything, right? Whether you're into makeup, whether you're an artist and you draw or you color or you do painting, or if you're hiring someone, or if you are doing it yourself, you know how it works. You should, or you're gonna find out how it works. And it is a little bit more hard work to do darker colors. But if you're planning on doing like a darker color like this, then I highly suggest that you do something that I've already done myself, is which you can see here, leave a few of the walls light white, because too much darkness will make the room, it gets a little bit too dark. But it's completely up to you, right? There's also psychology behind it. There's also an energy and a vibrational upliftment, as well as how it affects people. So do look these things up, because I do feel that somebody is definitely looking into these things, okay? It's your home, it's your environment. The way you feel about something is completely up to you, okay? Completely, right? It's if you have kids or if you're not, but I'm not really seeing any kids, because I do sense that this is for somebody who doesn't have kids. It could be that you do have kids, but it could be that there may be more of like adults or something. and they're not like kids per se. I also see here that somebody's actually leaving a situation. So it could be either moving away from a home that's being renovated, or finally deciding that, you know what, it's costing too much to renovate. How about we just move into a newer house, something that's already been done, because the costs are too much, okay? I'm seeing something within the environment. I'm seeing some trees being planted here. There's a high demand right now, and for the last how many years, for people to get into the environment. Okay, we have enough lawyers, we have enough nurses, we may not have enough doctors, but we need more environmentalists, okay? People that care about the earth, people that care about planting more trees, because the trees heal this planet, okay? Take a look at homes. Businesses, government places, there's trees planted because it literally cleans the air of the environment. It cleans the pollution. It takes away that, it's a healthy, it cleans. That's what it basically does. So I do see that there are some people who are perhaps even renovating in terms of their career, deciding maybe I need to switch my career. If you're watching me from Europe, and you're somebody that's from Europe, it's a little bit easier, of course, for Europeans, because a lot of the school systems are free over there. In North America, it costs an arm and a leg, and unfortunately a lot of times it gets really difficult to find jobs once you graduate. But environmentalists, there's a higher demand even in North America, in Canada. There's always needing an extra hand to, get involved and plant and take care of the forest, the greenery, and the environment as a whole. Water pipes and things like that. These are important stuff. So if you're looking into this, that's great. And there's other ways that you can provide. I mean, if you have to pay for this, there's, certain loans, but you got to go by how much you're making, right? So don't quit your job to get into something whole blindly and decide that you can do it when you can't. You got to look at the paperwork, be able to jot things down, write things down, how much you're making, where your money's going, how much this costs, how much that costs, and then total it all up. And you have to see in front of your eyes, where is this going? Do I have enough? And even if you do get a bank or a school or a loan from a friend or a parent or a family member, it's always wise to know there are finances coming in so that you can pay it off, okay? Because you just don't need to be in debt. I see engagements, okay? And it can be engagements in terms of like marriage proposals, but a leaf just fell out. But I'm feeling these engagements are more so of engaging with people that are taking you to different heights. Taking you to different heights to where you've always wanted to be. I feel like the time is now for you to engage with people that you've always wanted to. Okay, I'm going to give you some advice, okay? Let's say you always wanted to be an activist. Let's say you wanted to be an environmentalist. Let's say you wanted to be a painter. Okay? Sure, you've done all the research, okay? And you just want to mingle with people who are doing it. Go out, join some painters, or call them up, ask them if they can do consultations, or depending on if you know a friend or if they know a friend or that does painting, or an environmentalist. And it's not even so much that. Just chat up if you have a way, call them if they have any, email address available online, or that's part of their business or part of their work or company or their line. Send them an email, give them a call, and ask them if they're okay to share some of their knowledge and experience of what it feels like to be an environmentalist or a painter. Some people, they might not feel comfortable sharing their income. So if you're going to ask them about an income, they may not feel so comfortable sharing the income with you. But you know, they can give you a rough estimate on perhaps maybe a yearly, or you know, how much it can range from hourly or something of that nature, you know, depending on how you bring it up to them in your language. Make it seem less that you're aiming it towards them per se, but people as a whole who are in painting, or whether they're freelancing or working for a company or independently as a business or on the side, or if an environmentalist is doing it seasonal, or do you get what I mean? Because, you know, they're kind of like contract based, right? So it's always good to hang out or talk to, or you know, just send out an email and have a conversation with people that are already in that field, so you get a good grasp of what it's like to be in there, you know, get a good idea of your town, your local areas, of what people like as customers, as clients, and see how that can lead you. Because if you are investing in a career such as this, it can get pretty pricey. So do know and be aware of, is this where you really want to be? Okay. And that goes for anything. That goes for relationships. That goes for friends. That goes for business. That goes for workforce, who you're working for, anything. Okay. You want to make sure that you're giving to a company, but you're also receiving from a company. Okay. Just like relationships, you want to make sure that you're giving, but you're receiving in a way that is balancing. Excuse me, I just lit up some pine, so it's a little you want to make sure that you're also receiving. Okay. And that, I don't necessarily mean that, okay, you're only in this relationship because you're receiving and you're expecting that, but what I'm basically trying to say is it takes two to tango. Okay. You're not going to be in a relationship with one person who's doing all the work and the other one is just taking, right? So it is what it is, right? So, yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of sunny days here. I'm just looking in the pot. Seeing a lot of sunny days here. Obviously, you don't see the sun because all you just see is leaves. But I do, you know, it is divination. Excuse me, just the pine. So the sun is also a good thing because that allows you to become more illuminated. And if you're not illuminated right now with where you're going in your life right now, like I said, it's good to get ideas. Okay? No one will ever know what is good for them until they go out and find out for themselves what is good for them. And sometimes, yeah, it's got to be devastating in terms of which choice do I take. I've got 10 options and they're all different. They all lead to a different area, you know. But ultimately, when you go out and you feel what's right for you, and you feel, even if you don't know, and you go and you feel it out and you think you know, you will find out. Okay? And that sun is an illumination, an awareness of figuring out what is for you, okay, in the long run, and you will be able to find out, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Please visit my website, brightwithgoddess.com. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your emails, guys. All the time I get wonderful emails. I've got like a beautiful family of clients and just people in general that love sending me emails of their life and supporting each other, and it's just wonderful. It's great. And just hearing your reviews of me and your comments of me, it makes me love doing what I'm doing. So thanks for watching. See you guys soon.